Section 1 of Robert Burns' 250th Anniversary, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Alessandro Gagliardi. Ode by Robert Tannahill. Once on a time, almighty Jove invited all the minor gods above to spend one day in social festive pleasure. His regal robes were laid aside, his crown, his scepter, and his pride, and winged with joy the hours did fly, the happiest ever time did measure. Of love and social harmony they sung, till heaven's high golden arches echoing rung, and as they quaffed the nectar-flowing can, their toast was, universal peace twixt man and man. Their godship's eyes beamed gladness with the wish, and Mars half reddened with the guilty blush. Jove swore he'd hurl each rascal to perdition, who dared deface his works with wild ambition, but poured encomiums on each patriot band, who hating conquest, guard their native land. Loud thundering plaudits shook the bright abodes, till Mercury, solemn-voiced, assailed their ears, informing that a stranger, all in tears, weeping implored an audience of the gods. Jove, ever prone to succor the distressed, a swell redressive glowed within his breast. He pitied much the stranger's sad condition, and ordered his immediate admission. The stranger entered, bowed respect to all. Respectful silence reigned throughout the hall. His checkered robes excited their surprise, richly transversed with various glowing dyes. A target on his strong left arm he bore, broad as the shield the mighty Fingal wore. The glowing landscape on its center shined, and massy thistles round the borders twined. His brows were bound with yellow-blossomed broom, green birch and roses blending in perfume. His eyes beamed honor, though all red with grief, and thus heaven's king spake comfort to the chief. My son, let speech unfold thy cause of woe. Say, why does melancholy cloud thy brow? 'Tis mine the wrongs of virtue to redress. Speak, for 'tis mine to succor deep distress. Then thus he spake, O king, by thy command, I am the guardian of that far-famed land, named Caledonia, great in art and arms, and every worth that social fondness charms, with every virtue that the heart approve, warm in their friendships, rapturous in their loves, profusely generous, obstinately just, inflexible as death their vows of trust. For independence fires their noble minds, scorning deceit, as gods do scorn the fiends. But what avail the virtues of the North? No patriot bard to celebrate their worth, no heaven-taught minstrel, with the voice of song, to hymn their deeds and make their names live long. And ah, should luxury, with soft winning wiles, spread her contagion o'er my subject isles, my hardy sons, no longer valor's boast, would sink despised, their wonted greatness lost. Forgive my wish, O king, I speak with awe. Thy will is fate, thy word is sovereign law. O wouldst thou deign thy suppliant to regard, and grant my country one true patriot bard? My sons would glory in thy blessing given, and virtuous deeds spring from the gift of heaven. To which the god, my son, cease to deplore, thy name in song shall sound the world all o'er. Thy bard shall rise full fraught with all the fire that heaven and freeborn nature can inspire. Ye sacred nine, your golden harps prepare, to instruct the favorite of my special care, that whether the song be raised to war or love, his soul-winged strains may equal those above. Now faithful to thy trust, from sorrow free, go wait the issue of our high decree. Speechless the genius stood, in glad surprise, adoring gratitude beamed in his eyes. The promised bard his soul with transport fills, and light with joy he sought his native hills. 'Twas in regard of Wallace and his worth, Jove honored Coilo with his birth, And on that morn, when Burns was born, each muse with joy did hail the boy, and Fame on tiptoe fain would blow her horn, but Fate forbade the blast, too premature, till worth should sanction it beyond the critic's power. His merits proven, Fame her blast hath blown, now Scotia's bard o'er all the world is known, but trembling doubts here check my unpolished lays. What can they add to a whole world's praise? Yet, while revolving time this day returns, let Scotchmen glory in the name of Burns. End of Ode to Burns by Robert Tannahill. Recording by Alessandro Gagliardi, Brooklyn, New York.